Hey, my narcissistic abused family. I'm cranking out another video quickly. Hopefully, we got lots of action happening here. So, something really hit me hard. On Christmas Eve, my husband and I and our two daughters and our dog, we settled in to watch a family movie, and we watched on Netflix Christmas Chronicles 2. It was not the best movie. I don't recommend it. But it was great. The kids enjoyed it. That's all that mattered. But my point is that at the end of this movie, you guys, the takeaway, the lesson, I guess, was that family always loves you. Family is always there for you, and you can always count on your family. Nothing matters more than your family. I was like, shit, like, we've been through it. And I don't think that we give ourselves enough credit. Speaking personally, when I hear your stories and experiences from other people that have suffered at the hand of narcissistic parents, it breaks my heart, and I think it's just inexcusable. It's so sad and profoundly sad and heartbreaking. But then when it comes to myself, I'm like, I'm alright, like, obviously I'm not alright. I have so many issues. I'm in a wheelchair, physically affected. So, but most importantly, I just think that society as a whole, like, puts so much stock in the family and just works under this assumption that everyone has a family and loving, nurturing parents, and that everyone fits the stereotype of unconditional love. And obviously that's not our case. So I read somewhere, or heard, I think I read it somewhere, that 80% of families are dysfunctional. Totally makes sense. Like, I totally respect that. We're all shit shows, right? We're all just our own shit show, marching to our own drums and doing the best that we can. But when you have a narcissistic family, like, there's dysfunction and then there's toxicity. I can't tell you, like, I would have traded my situation for, like, a mutant brother or a drunk uncle or so. I'm not, degrading those situations. I'm sure that everybody has their own trauma, their own battle, but I'm just saying, like, compared to what I experienced growing up, and to this day, I'm 40 years old, it just sucks, man. It sucks so bad, like, not having a family that you come from. In my case, everything's a wash. My mother's the narcissist. The enabler is probably an inverted narc, and he's just as bad. If I'm gonna do a video on this, but in a lot of ways he's worse. So, and then there's the flying monkey, golden boy, older brother. I was the black sheep my whole life, the scapegoat. So I was the main target. So my older brother and I could never understand it, man. For all these years, I was like, why does he hate me so much? Because he was trained to hate me by the narc and the enabler. The toxic duo, solidified their reign as the uncontested authority in the house, and I was put as the family garbage can, that I received everybody's crap and I was blamed for everything. And my point being, I come from nothing, man. Like, these people are toxic as toxic gets. They exploit me, they use me and my beautiful family now. Thankfully, like I said, I put an end to it and I went no contact. But prior to that, that's all they knew. Like, just treating me like crap and using me and taking advantage of my kindness. And I'm done with it. But it just made me sad when I saw this stupid movie. The end of it was celebrating family, essentially. And even like those awesome progressive commercials, like about, we can't stop you from turning into your parents, but we could stop you from overspending on car insurance or something like that. I love those commercials. But it's funny, like it's referencing like your parents are silly and they do silly things, and like we don't have that. Like I don't have that reference. And that's a huge void. And we really need to give ourselves more credit and appreciate this sadness, this gross injustice that is a part of our lives. It's always going to be there. Like, it'll get better, obviously. I'm in a much better place where I don't think about these pieces of crap. I feel no guilt whatsoever. None. So that's where I'm at currently. And I wish that for you to get there if you're not there yet. It's just, you think about all these references to family and society and how normal it is, speaking about parents, siblings, or whatever. Like, even my extended family, all of them are dysfunctional, and nobody ever intervened on my behalf. I had no one, legit. Some of you had one parent that was like looking out for you and loving you, and that's awesome. God bless you guys for having that. Or some of you have relationships with your siblings. God bless you. That's awesome. Treasure that. In my case, the toxic duo was a wash. Neither one of them had any allegiance to me. It was all to each other and their toxicity. And the golden boy and I didn't even have a shot at having some type of relationship. And I tried so hard for so many years, but now I get it. I see that there was no hope for it, and it's fine, man. Like, I have my own family, my husband and our children, and I'm so grateful that we have this unconditional love, this amazing life, and it's so cool, and it feels so good. It fills my heart with joy and happiness and love to see them happy and to know that they know that they're loved, and that's everything. That's all we can do is break this generational cycle of abuse and move forward and do the best that we can. But there's a lot to be said for us, because people that came before us were so weak that all they did was perpetuate the abuse and the misery that they knew. And we did not do that. We went the other way, and we were strong enough to rise above it and to do better. So God bless us. It was just sad. It's just, and holidays, it's all just a reminder of what we don't have. These people profoundly failed us. Our parents, our siblings, whatever the extent is for you guys, coming from a narcissistic upbringing is painful, and it'll always be painful, but we will learn to deal with it in different ways. And, the end goal is to realize that we're worth more and to reclaim our value, that we were steadily degraded growing up in our most critical developmental years. So reclaiming our self-respect and worth is paramount. But regardless, as I said, there's always going to be this void, and I'm so appreciative, grateful for this entire community of victims. We'll validate one another and support each other. And thank you. I love you all. I sincerely mean that. So we're bumped and we're bruised, but more than anything, we are blessed, because we have an appreciation and compassion that most people will never even dream of. So please please subscribe if this was of value to you. I appreciate each one of you, and I really value your feedback. So a thumbs up is awesome. That lets me know that this was of value to you. If you share, that's cool. If you know anybody that would benefit from this, please subscribe so that you know when I put out new stuff. I appreciate each one of you. See you guys soon.